Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to. I don't know what I have feedback. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Live Quiz Nights. My name is Asim Ahmed and.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Walid Niazi. Jazakallah for all of you guys that have joined us today on time. We are going to be waiting a few minutes to allow as many Atfal to join in as possible.
For those of you that have not played one of these quizzes before, the quiz is a series of questions with between 2 to 4 multiple choice answers to choose from. You can join by entering the game pin 1889. Make sure the game pin is 1889, otherwise you'll end up in a wrong quiz. Remember, you can join either through the website or on Slido, so www.sli.do, or you can download the Slido Android or iOS app from the App Store. Each week, the questions will remain the questions will change, but the structure will remain the same. We will have 3 sections: general knowledge, Islamic knowledge, and the surprise round. Each section will have 7 questions. We'll only have 20 seconds to answer each question. Points will be awarded based on speed as well as choosing the right answer. So make sure that you pick the correct answer as soon as possible. To make sure that you don't miss out, check if your live stream is in real time. To check for this, hover over the bar and see if you can see a time. If it's showing you a time like -01.23, this means that your live stream is slightly behind. Pull the progress bar right to the end and the time should change and say live.
We'll wait around 8 more minutes, so if you're trying to join, please do so as quickly as possible. Whilst we wait, I'd like to update you guys on some of the events that are taking place. On Mondays, we have the live Atfal workout at 6 pm. On Tuesdays, we have the Let's Talk Tarbiyat session on Zoom from 4 to 5 pm. On Wednesdays, we have the National Online Talim class from 6 to 7 pm on Zoom. And then we have the live Atfal show presented by Atfal on this channel at 7:30 pm. On Thursday, we have our weekly Kahoot style quiz night at 4:30 pm and the live workout session from 6 to 7 pm. On Fridays, we have the Let's Talk Tarbiyat session on Zoom from 4 to 5 pm. And on Saturdays, we have National Talim classes from 11 to 12 pm and then the live Atfal workout at 2:30 pm. We're also running 2 challenges as part of the 3 Peaks challenge. The first one is the Friday Sermon challenge. It's quite simple. Listen to the Friday sermon delivered by Azur, make handwritten notes and send them to your original Nazim. The notes should consist of a minimum number of 200 words. Every week you have 6 days to complete the notes, so have them sent to your original Nazim every Thursday. So please send them in by tonight.
Section.
Visit atfal.org.uk for latest news and content. New content is uploaded every day. Regional classes are happening on Zoom, so please do ask your local guide or Nazim Atfal. Please bear with us. We are having some technical difficulties with the internet connection for the stream, so if we do drop off during the quiz, just please carry on with the quiz and we'll be back as soon as possible. We'll wait around 6 more minutes, so any Atfal joining now, please use the code 1889 at slido.com, or you can use the Slido app via iOS or Android store.
Make sure you enter the correct pin. The pin is 1889. If you enter the wrong pin, you will end up in a wrong quiz. To make sure that you're joining, please enter the pin 1889 to find out if this is a quiz. You'll be asked for your name, and then after you enter your name, you'll just be in the waiting lobby.
We're also planning to do a Ramzan special next week, Thursday. So as it is the last Thursday of Ramzan, we'll be doing a special Kahoot quiz, but a Kahoot style quiz. There'll be more questions than normal, so instead of the 21 questions, we're aiming to look at 40 to 41 questions. This was all voted by you guys watching the stream and taking part every week, so please stay tuned for next Thursday's special Ramzan quiz night.
So if you are just joining us now, please enter the game pin 1889. Remember, you can join either through the website on www.sli.do, or you can download the Slido Android or iOS app from the app stores. Each week, the questions of this quiz will change, but the structure will remain the same. We will have 3 sections: the general knowledge, the Islamic knowledge, and the surprise round. Each section will have 7 questions, and you'll only have 20 seconds to answer each question. Points will be awarded based on speed as well as choosing the right answer. So make sure that you pick the correct answer as soon as possible. After each quiz, we do update the top 5 overall since the quiz began on the Atfal website. So if you want to see if you're on the top 5, you can see it on the screen now. And if you want to see the updated version, if you come back to the Atfal website after the quiz, you should be able to see the updated leaderboard. If you guys have any suggestions, or last week I saw some great suggestions for questions, you can leave them at the end. Once the quiz is completed, there will be a section for you to leave your suggestions, feedback about the quiz, any questions you want to ask, or any questions you have for the quiz, or if you want to decide the next week's surprise round, you can also enter the suggestion there, and then we will have a look at it.
So we're going to wait around 4 more minutes. So while we wait, I would want to update you guys on the events that are taking place this week once again. So on Mondays we have the live Atfal workout at 6 p.m. On Tuesdays we have the Let's Talk Leaderboard session on Zoom from 4 to 5 p.m. On Wednesdays we have national online Talim classes from 6 to 7 p.m. on Zoom, and then we have the live Atfal show presented by Atfal on this channel at 7:30 p.m. On Thursday, we have our weekly Kahoot style quiz night at 4:30 p.m. and the live workout session from 6 to 7 p.m. On Fridays, we have Let's Talk Leaderboard sessions on Zoom from 4 to 5 p.m. And on Saturdays, we have national Talim classes from 11 to 12 p.m. and then the live Atfal workout at 2:30 p.m.
If for any reason during this stream the stream cuts out, please do carry on answering the questions, and we will be back as soon as possible. We will wait around 2 more minutes. So if you are just joining us now, please enter the game pin 1889. Please make sure you're entering the correct pin. It's 1889. Enter it into the Slido website. So you can either go on www.sli.do, or you can download the Slido Android or iOS app from the app stores. We are going to wait 2 more minutes. If you're joining us now, please enter the game pin 1889 on www.sli.do, or you can download the Slido Android or iOS app from the App Store. Each week, the questions will change, but our overall structure remains the same. We will have 3 sections: the general knowledge, Islamic knowledge, and the surprise round. Each section will have 7 questions. You will only have 20 seconds to answer each question. Points will be awarded based on speed as well as choosing the correct answer. So make sure that you pick the correct answer as soon as possible. To make sure that you don't miss out, check if your live stream is in real time. To check for this, hover over the bar at the bottom, and if you can see a time, for example, if it shows you something like minus 01.23, this means that your live stream is slightly bit delayed. Pull the progress bar right to the end, and the time should change and say live. Remember, you can give us your feedback at the end of the quiz. Once the quiz is complete, remain on the Slido app or website, and you'll see a pop-up saying where you can leave your suggestions. Valita, can we run through the activities one final time?
So on Mondays we have the live Atfal workout at 6 p.m. On Tuesdays we have the Let's Talk Leaderboard session on Zoom from 4 to 5 p.m. On Wednesdays we have the national online Talim class from 6 to 7 p.m. on Zoom, and then we have the live Atfal show presented by Atfal on this channel at 7:30 p.m. On Thursday we have our weekly Kahoot style quiz night at 4:30 p.m. and the live workout session from 6 to 7 p.m. On Fridays we have the Let's Talk Leaderboard session on Zoom from 4 to 5 p.m. And on Saturdays we have the National Talim class from 11 to 12 p.m. and then the live Atfal workout at 2:30 p.m.
Jazakallah. So guys, we are going to start the quiz now, so please do get ready. We will start the quiz and the first question should appear now.
The Kremlin is in which country? A. Italy, B. Spain, C. Russia, or D. Uganda?
The word Kremlin means a fortress. It is the largest fortress in Europe and includes 5 palaces and 4 cathedrals. The domes of the Kremlin are made of stone. Some churches are made of bricks, and they are covered with thin course of low carat gold. Gold coverings is an old tradition of this country. So they usually cover the cathedrals or churches with a very, very thin layer of gold.
The correct answer is Russia. The Kremlin is found in Russia. Next question.
Question 2. How old is Queen Elizabeth II? So how old is our current queen?
Is it A. 74, B. 84, C. 94, or D. 104? She's the only person in the UK allowed to drive without a license. She owns an elephant, 2 giant turtles, a jaguar, and a pair of sloths. Presents from other countries, all of which live in London Zoo. The correct answer is 94. Our current queen is 94 years old. How many legs
does a crab have?
Is it A. 4, B. 6, C. 8, D. 10? Fiddler crabs have a single large claw on one side, which they raise in action that looks similar to that of a person waving. A crab's shell is really a skeleton on the outside of its body. The correct answer is 10. Crabs have 10 legs. Next question. Question 4. What percentage of the body is water? A. 60, B. 70, C. 80, or D. 64.3%?
Some interesting facts about your body. Your mouth produces about 1 liter of saliva each day. Your brain is sometimes more active when you sleep than when you're awake. Laid end to end, an adult's blood vessels could circle the Earth's equator 4 times.
The correct answer is 60% of your body is water. Next question. What animal is genetically the closest to humans? Is it A. Monkey, B. Gorilla, C. Apes, or D. Chimpanzee? Anyone tuning in now, please remember to use the code 1889 to join the quiz on Slido.com or Slido iOS app or Android app. The correct answer is chimpanzee. Humans are their genetics are closest to chimpanzees.
Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom?
Is it A. Theresa May, B. Margaret Thatcher, C. Hillary Clinton, or D. Michelle Obama? She was given the title of Iron Lady by a Soviet Union journalist known as Yuri Gavrilov in the army newspaper in 1976. This name was given to her because of her toughness that she projected professionally and personally. The correct answer is Margaret Thatcher. Next question. Question number 7. In which century was William Shakespeare born? A. 12th, B. 14th, C. 16th, or D. 18th?
During his lifetime, William Shakespeare wrote around 37 plays for the theatre and over 150 poems. No one can say the exact number because some of his work may have been lost over time, and some of his work may have been written with the help of other people.
The correct answer is 18th century is when William Shakespeare was born. This ends our general knowledge round, and we now move on to our Islamic knowledge round.
So the first question of the Islamic knowledge round. Question 8. What year was the Baitul Futuh Mosque inaugurated?
Is it A 2000, B 2001, C 2002, or D 2003? Before the fire at the mosque could hold a maximum of 13,000 people. The mosque was voted one of the top 50 buildings in the world by Spectator magazine in 2010. The correct answer is 75. Next question. When did Hazrat Mirza Nasir Ahmad become the third caliph? A 1917, B 1962, C 1964, or D 1965? The correct answer is 1965. Next question. How many days?
Question number 10. How many days are there in this Ramzan this year?
Is it A 20, B 29, C 30, or D 31? Correct answer is 29. There are 29 days in this year's Ramzan. Next question. During Hajj, how many times do you run between Al Safa and Al Marwa? A 4, B 9, C 7, or D 3?
Question number 14. When was Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad born?
Is it A 1924, B 1950, C 1962, or D 1971? Apologies once again, we did have a slight issue with our internet, which is why the stream dropped, but we are now back. Those of you joining now, please use the code 1889 to join the quiz on Slido.com or the Slido app via your iOS or Android store. The correct answer is 1950. That brings an end to our Islamic knowledge round, and we'll now move on to the surprise round.
So this week's surprise round is true or false questions. So you will have again 25 seconds to guess whether the question or the statement is true or false. So the first question of the final round.
The Channel Tunnel is the longest rail tunnel in the world. True or false?
This project cost 4.65 billion, equivalent to 12 billion pounds today, 80% more than it was originally expected. Construction took 6 years, and there are actually 3 tunnels down there, 2 for trains and a smaller service tunnel that can be used in emergencies.
The correct answer is false. The Channel Tunnel is not the longest rail tunnel in the world. Next question.
The next statement is, a woman has walked on the surface of the moon.
Is this true or false? The temperature on the moon varies from super hot to super cold. When the sun hits the surface, temperatures can reach a scorching 127 degrees Celsius, but when the sun goes down, temperatures can plummet to around minus 153 degrees Celsius. The correct answer is false. A woman has never walked on the moon. Next question. The can opener was invented before the tin can. Is it true or false? The correct answer is false. The can opener was not invented before the tin can. Next question.
It actually took them 45 years for someone to design and create the can opener. Question number 18. Flying in an airplane is statistically safer than driving in a car.
There have only been 2 commercial aircraft capable of supersonic transport. The most well known of these was the Concorde, which flew between major cities such as London, New York, and Paris until 2003. The correct answer is true. It is safer to fly in an airplane than drive a car. Next question. The Richter scale classifies hurricanes into 5 categories. True or false?
Hurricanes are large storms with rotating winds. Hurricanes are areas of low air pressure that form over oceans in tropical climate regions. They form over the warm waters, so the ocean of the ocean, when there are large pressure and temperature differences between the warm water and the clouds.
The correct answer is false. The Richter scale is actually used for earthquakes, not classifying hurricanes. Next question.
The highest mountain in England is Ben Nevis. Is that true or false?
Ben Nevis was once an active volcano. Specifically, what we now see is the remains of a volcano that collapsed in on itself, with accents generally traveling through what was once the inner dome.
That is false. Ben Nevis is actually the largest and tallest mountain of Scotland, not England.
And now we move on to the final question. Japan and Russia did not sign a peace treaty after World War II, so are technically still at war. True or false?
And that was the final question. So that is in fact true. They never signed a peace treaty, so they are technically still considered to be at war. Jazakallah for joining us live. We will be back here every Thursday at 4:30. We hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any suggestions, please leave them at the end after we show you guys the leaderboard.
So, first place is Adib Ahmed, once again. Second place is Ayad. Third place is Ahmed Khan. Fourth place is Ayan Khan. And fifth place is Saad. Jazakallah for playing this week. We'll be back next week, Thursday at 4:30 with the Ramzan special. We hope you enjoyed the game. Once again, if you have any suggestions, please leave them at the end or go to our website www.atfal.org.uk.
Jazakallah, have a good evening. Keep safe. Assalamu alaikum.